So why is everyone over 40 taking this? Let's start with this clip from Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner getting their NAD infusions. And guess what? They're actually younger. They're under 30 years of age. And yes, it also comes in a pill, so to speak, NMN and NR. If you're on those, this is going to be a must-watch video. But check this clip out and we'll dive in on the other side, and I'll also reveal, do I take it? And if popping pills isn't your style, don't worry. I also have science-backed lifestyle hacks to supercharge your NAD pool for free. No supplements, no IVs, no nonsense. Here's that short clip I promised you that's making aesthetic forums, well, melt down. And every group chat spiral.
I'm gonna NAD for the rest of my life and I'm never gonna age.
So many of my clients with money, because it can be expensive to keep this up, get their NAD after I do their minimally invasive aesthetic treatments. Once I finish the face work, they go straight into an NAD session. Why? Because if you infuse it too fast, you get a full body kind of an ick feeling, like your cells are staging a silent protest. It's not pain, it's not nausea, it's just kind of an invisible wave that hijacks your vibe and makes you want to kind of crawl out of your skin. It's really hard to describe, but it subsides in minutes and you can just slow down the drip to avoid it. But yes, many people get their face done and then they get their IVs. That's typically how we see it in practice. And then they start on the tablet form. In a moment, you'll know exactly why and how. The hardcore believers, they do it a few times a week, IV only, no tablets. They just don't feel great if they're not getting their infusions. Now, why did Kendall say, I feel like we're really big on our health journey? That's what she said in that clip.
I feel like we're just, really big on our health journey for sure.
Well, NAD is a molecule that's in almost all cells of your body, creating energy, ATP. Keeping in mind now, NAD was discovered over 100 years ago. It's not new. And when I did a poll of this community last week, about 19% of you are taking it already. That's very high for a total community number. Here are the top benefits people purport: anti-aging, energy boosting, mental clarity, immune support, and lowering blood pressure. I also see it used in my patients commonly post-viral illness. So especially after what we had in 2020 and the long C, can't really say it here still, but it basically boosts your cells up to your younger self. Now, so far what I'm talking about, these benefits are all anecdotal, meaning they're reported by people. What patients report and what we see in animal studies, not in peer-reviewed scientific papers yet, but it does back it up in those studies, what the patients seem to be feeling. These reports are definitely the kind of promising that turns heads, drops jaws, and starts wait lists. Yes, wait lists for these infusions, because it's hyped, I'd say overhyped, but it's hyped on social media like nothing you've seen. But let's look at the hard science for a second here. First, NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. This is a coenzyme found in every living cell. It's the most important in all of metabolism and detoxification. Keep that in mind. And DNA repair, that's going to be key. Think of it as the cell's personal assistant, crucial for energy production. That's why I said earlier, you want to pool it and optimize your pool, because your body sitting there with a pool of this. Without NAD, your cells would struggle to perform just the basic functions of everyday life that keep us alive. Remember how red light works? By waking up the mitochondria, boosting the ATP, the energy powerhouse of your cell. Well, the number one MOA, mechanism of action, with NAD is exactly this, the same way as red light. It's why celebrities and longevity experts, well, they combine them both. Think of these mitochondria like the engine in a sports car. Without it, you're just sitting pretty. It's also why many who have a little brain burnout or have had some recreational drugs, they find it particularly helpful too. Here's a startling fact though. As we age, so just in natural aging, NAD levels drop by as much as 50% in the skin and drop by 10 to 25% in the brain. 25% in the brain dropping. That's why we're seeing it used in the aforementioned ways. Now, what about these non-IV, the oral forms I talked about? NMN and NR. By the way, you can get NAD subcutaneous, so an injection just underneath the skin, or IM, intramuscularly as well. It's not just IV, but it is always given by a needle. Then we go to these oral forms. The IV, of course, is directly into your blood. So in oral form, there are two widely taken. Number one is NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NR, nicotinamide riboside. Those are the precursors to NAD, the precursors to NAD. NAD, of course, is that IV direct form and doesn't need to go through the digestive system, because many people are wondering, does the oral form even make it to the body? And I'll tell you in a moment. But let's talk longevity first for a moment, because a lot of you are interested in that. NAD is implicated in improved DNA repair. You see, some people have genes or environmental exposure that threatens their DNA stability and integrity, thus lifespan. That's where the longevity gurus grab onto NAD. So these specific groups of people, they need to focus on improving their NAD pool more than other people that aren't compromised. More than those people whose epigenetic biological age is in fact less than their chronological age. So that would be a better situation. You want your epigenetic age to be less than your chronological age, meaning the inside of your body is healthier than the amount of time you've been on this earth. It's a simple way to think of it, and that is a win. Now you're wondering, how do you test for epigenetic testing? Well, now it can be measured. Think biological age versus epigenetic age. Scientists can measure your epigenetic age by analyzing your DNA, but usually it's going to be from blood or saliva, the most common two, and comparing methylation marks to your known aging timelines. So research has shown that boosting this NAD can have nice effects on lifespan and health span. In animal studies, that's the thing. Human studies are still in their early stages. The potential is there. There are no credible studies on longevity for NAD in humans that I like, that teeter-totter me to take it. In the lab, NAD does look like a rock star. So in real life, however, it's still tuning its guitar. Until human trials hit the main stage, I'll stick with the front row skepticism. Let's talk now a little more about the oral supplement for a second, because that's what most of you are going to have access to. The conclusions on these, the bare conclusions: number one, NMN taken orally, so by mouth in studies, does not increase muscle NAD. That was really disappointing. Why? Because skeletal muscle is one of the largest NAD reservoirs in the body. So if it worked, you'd surely see the increase there, and we didn't. Number two, NMN in studies does not help many of the endpoints we would want to see. Think blood pressure, blood sugar levels, hemoglobin A1C, which is your long-term sugar measurement, or even cholesterol. Number three, in studies, it didn't help functional measures. So the endpoint we're looking for, like walking or grip strength. So the oral forms so far, to me, have been very disappointing. That's why I say it's probably the most hyped supplement without great data. Is it harmful? No, it seems very safe. Now, can you get it in a cream for skin? Because some of you are going to ask that. I do see it come in skin cream form. Do I see results from that form? No, but you'll hear about that topical applications for NAD precursors that have been shown to improve skin elasticity and reduce wrinkles. You will hear that narrative. I just don't see it in real life. Now, here's the key. How can we boost our NAD levels naturally? That's what I do. I don't take any of it. No NAD, no NMN, and no NR. Number one, regular exercise. This is the single most important way that you're going to be able to boost your NAD pool in your body, and what I recommend. Number two, intermittent fasting and healthy diet. There is evidence the ketogenic diet even helps. Number three, eat real food. Real food has been associated with maintaining higher NAD levels in real life. Surprise, surprise, right? Eat less processed, increase foods like mushrooms, button mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, oyster mushrooms. They all contain measurable levels of spermidine. Number four, being metabolically healthy. Key. When you exercise and you eat well, it kind of falls into place, but that's going to increase your pool of NAD. Think autophagy. I made a complete video on that. I'll put it up here and at the end of the video. If you're recovering from whatever, or from addiction, or you're on a run, a run of some sort, I think NAD is definitely worth it to jumpstart things. But I don't take it regularly or the oral forms I talked about. You'll now want to watch this video all about creatine, something I do take every day, and most of my female patients even do daily, especially after 45 or 50. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.